Hey George, what's going on? What do you have right there on your chest there? Oh, I see. It looks like you're getting ready to eat. You're going to probably have a nice lunch, aren't you? All right, well, I won't bother you for now. Just want to let you know we're going to read another one of your great stories, okay, buddy? So enjoy your lunch. The story we're going to read now, George, is this one. Curious George builds a home. This ought to be interesting. Let's see what we have, George. There you are at the table, and it looks like you're drawing something, and it looks like you're a little hungry too. Now I see why you have your napkin over there on your chest, because you are hungry. Let's see what's happening here, George, okay? It was a perfect day for sitting on the balcony, eating grapes, drinking juice, and drawing, all at the same time. George was a good little monkey who was good at many things. He was especially good at being curious. Let's see what he's drawing. Very good. Nice job, George. Now let's see what we have here. Seems like one of your friends is here. Oh, look at that, a bird. Let's see. Today, George was curious about a bird. He had seen a lot of pigeons, but none wearing an ankle tag. Where is that? Oh, that's interesting. Let's find out what happens here. The pigeon had seen a lot of animals, but none drawing on a sketch pad. Like George is. They spent the morning watching each other. They were both trying to figure each other out, right? What is this monkey like? What is this pigeon all about? Right? Well, let's find out what's going to happen next. Oh, there's George with his buddy. He enjoys talking to the man with the yellow hat a lot. They both look very happy and content. George, this is your best drawing yet, George's best friend, the man with the yellow hat, told him. That tag the bird is wearing means that it is a homing pigeon. They're special birds that always return home. George looked hopeful. Homing pigeons have special homes, the man added. Our apartment is not a good home for a bird. Oh, I wonder how George is going to react to that news. Well, it looks like he's not too happy about it, but he's trying to come up with a solution. What is it that he's doing? He's building something. Always George is up to something, isn't he? George saw that what his pigeon needed most was a place to roost. A tree would be perfect. George came up with a great way to get a tree up to his apartment. He would build one. And there it is. He's building the tree. Let's see how it comes out. Uh-oh. Oh no, the poor bird is upside down. It looks like George is going to have to rethink his plan. Uh-oh. The tree George built of pipe cleaners was not strong enough for a pigeon to sit on. Poor pigeon. Good try, Giorgio. We'll have to rethink this, right? And he is. He's rethinking it. And look at that. He's already coming up with another solution. Possible solution. Let's see what we have. George thought of another idea. With clay, George could make a tree as big and thick as he wanted. All right, George, let's see what takes place here. Is it going to work? I don't know. But George must have used too much water because the tree made of clay did not hold its shape. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? All right, George, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's see what you come up with next. There's his friends, all of the pigeons up in the tree. There's quite a few of them. And George has got his pad and his pencil. He looks like he has an idea again. What is it, George, that you're going to do now? Let's take a look, okay? There he is. George decided he needed more information to build the perfect tree. So he went to the park. He looked at the tree for a long time. He drew trees on a piece of paper. And we could see that right here. Now he's coming up with another solution. Is this going to work? He's hard at work. Let's see, George. Let's see what you got now. Then he began a new project. Let's see how it comes together. I hope it works for you, George. You're working hard. And there he is, working hard. He's inside now. Oh, it looks like he's building his own tree, right? You enjoying the story, buddy? Glad you're with us, George. You're a funny monkey. All right, let's see what happens now. It took him a long time to build, but finally George revealed his masterpiece. Ooh, it looked almost like a real tree. Baseball bats were the roots, and a coat rack was the trunk. See that? A frayed brown rope was its bark. Wow, very interesting looking tree. Good job, George. Toilet paper and rubber gloves hung off it like leaves. George had even added real soil. Look at that right on the bottom there. His real soil. George's friend, the pigeon, hopped onto a branch. He settled in. Look at that. Very, very creative, that's for sure, George. A for effort. That's what I say. Well done. Now what happened? Uh-oh. It looks like a real mess. This whole room is a disaster. What happened here? Golf clubs and balls and toilet paper, everything all over the place. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. That afternoon, the man with the yellow hat brought home a guest. It was the doorman. He had lost one of his pigeons that he kept on the roof. When they entered the apartment, they found a big old mess. Oh no. Now what? What do we do now? Well, he looks very happy. There's the doorman. Oh, and there's the pigeon. Okay. And look at George and the man with the yellow hat. George! The man with the yellow hat exclaimed. Is that a tree? George nodded proudly. Now they had the perfect home. The bird could live with them forever. Oh, I think the doorman has other ideas. But the doorman had missed his pigeon. When he called out, "Compass!" the happy bird flew right into his hands. And look at the doorman. Look at his eyes. He looks very, very happy to be back with his pigeon. I don't know if you can separate them, George. I don't know if it's going to work. But let's find out. Now, here's the man with the yellow hat and George looks a little disappointed, a little unsure. But the man with the yellow hat looks like he has a solution. Let's see if it's going to work. Here's George's tree. Here's a new tree. Let's see what they say. Poor George. He waved goodbye to Compass and the doorman. Then he sat alone on the balcony. The man with the yellow hat placed a potted tree on the ground. "I bought it for the birds to sit in, so you can draw them," he said, trying to cheer George up. George shook his head and pointed to his own tree. The man said, "It was a good effort, George, but birds want to sit in a real tree." He has a point. Let's see if he's absolutely correct. Oh boy, look what we have here. Interesting. Look at George. He looks so happy. As well he should be. And the man with the yellow hat looks happy and surprised at that. Why? What took place? Look at George's tree. But to George's delight, the birds did not agree with his friend. Not at all. You see, the birds are in George's tree. And they're enjoying it. They're all over it. Holy cow, that's a lot of birds in George's tree. The man with the yellow hat is pleasantly surprised. And of course, our good friend George is very, very happy about that. That was a great story. Well, thank you for joining us. And please come back and watch some more videos. If you get a chance, please like and subscribe to this channel. We hope you have a great day. Bye for now.